need your help.
I made a pretty sizable investment with Tammy.
An investment you'll lose.
If you lose this, the thing you love the most, that's the first thing I'll take.
In the heart of Texas oil country, where fortunes rise and fall faster than a drill bit strikes black gold, Tommy Norris thought he had buried his past. But in season 2 of Landman, the ghosts are rising, and one wrong move could ignite everything. The wind howls across the vast West Texas plains, carrying the scent of crude oil and betrayal. Tommy Norris stands at the edge of his latest rig, eyes narrowed against the setting sun, his weathered face etched with lines from years of hard deals and harder losses. He's built an empire here, but lately, cracks are showing. Whispers from rival companies echo in the boardrooms, hinting at sabotage. Tommy's phone buzzes. It's Angela, his ex-wife, her voice tight with urgency. "Tommy, you need to get out here. Cooper's missing, and there's blood on the trailer floor." Cooper, his right-hand man, the one guy who knows where all the bodies are buried, literally. Tommy's gut twists. He grabs his keys, jumps into his truck, and speeds toward the remote site, dust kicking up like a warning. Meanwhile, in a dimly lit bar on the outskirts of town, Rebecca, the ambitious land negotiator, sips her whiskey, her sharp eyes scanning the room. She's cut deals that made millionaires and broke families, but now she's on to something big. A hidden reserve that could change the game. But someone's watching her, a shadowy figure in the corner, nursing a beer and a grudge. Back at the rig, Tommy arrives to chaos. Lights flicker under the night sky, workers milling about like scared cattle. He pushes through, flashlight in hand, heart pounding. The trailer door creaks open, revealing a scene straight out of a nightmare. Overturned furniture, paper scattered, and yes, a dark stain on the floor that looks too much like blood. "What the hell happened here?" Tommy mutters, kneeling down. His fingers touch the sticky spot, definitely blood. A note pinned to the wall catches his eye. "You took what's mine. Now I take what's yours." Tommy's mind races. Is this about the land dispute with the Montrose family? Or something deeper tied to that old scandal from season 1, when he covered up the accident that killed 3 workers? He dials his daughter, Ainsley, who's back in the city, trying to escape the family legacy. "Dad, what's going on? I saw the news. Another rig explosion?" Ainsley's voice cracks. Tommy hesitates. He hadn't heard about an explosion. Sirens wail in the distance, growing louder. He steps outside, and there it is, flames shooting up from a nearby well, orange against the black night. Workers shout, running with extinguishers, but it's spreading fast. Tommy grabs a radio. "Shut it down. Evacuate now." But deep down, he knows this isn't an accident. Someone's pulling strings, and they're coming for him. Cut to Rebecca, who feels her phone vibrate. An anonymous text. "Meet me at the old pump station. Come alone." Her pulse quickens. This could be the break she needs, or a trap. She slips out of the bar, unaware of the eyes following her every move. As Tommy fights the fire, sweat mixing with fear, he spots a figure fleeing into the darkness. "Hey, stop!" He chases, boots pounding the dirt, but the shadow vanishes into the scrub. Panting, Tommy pulls out his gun, the one he keeps for just in case. The night air thickens with suspense. Who's behind this? The Montroses, with their old money and vendettas? Or someone closer, like his own brother, Dale, who's been acting strange since the inheritance fight? Ainsley arrives unexpectedly, her car screeching to a halt. "Dad, I couldn't stay away. What's happening?" Tommy hugs her tight, but his eyes dart around. "Stay close, kid. Things are about to get ugly." Little do they know, in a high-rise office far away, a mysterious executive smiles at a monitor, watching the chaos unfold live via hidden cameras. "Phase 1 complete," he says into a headset. "Now let's break him." The episode builds tension like a pressure gauge ready to burst. Every alliance questioned, every shadow a threat. As the fire rages, Tommy realizes the real danger isn't the flames. It's the secrets bubbling up from below, threatening to drown them all in a sea of deceit and revenge. The flames from the burning well lick higher into the sky, turning night into a hellish orange glow that paints every face in flickering fear. Tommy stands frozen for a split second, watching his empire burn, then snaps into action. "Get the foam trucks here now!" He barks at a stunned foreman. Workers scramble, hoses uncoiling like snakes, but the fire roars louder, defiant. Tommy's mind isn't on the blaze anymore. It's on that note, on the blood, on Cooper's empty truck, still parked crooked beside the trailer. He pulls Ainsley behind a stack of pipe, shielding her from flying sparks. "You shouldn't be here," he growls. Ainsley's eyes are wide, but her jaw is set. "I'm not running anymore, Dad. Whatever this is, I'm in it." Tommy wants to argue, but there's no time. His phone lights up again. Dale this time. "Tommy, you see the news? They're saying it's your rig that blew. Insurance is already calling me, screaming fraud." Tommy curses under his breath. Dale's tone carries something else, something almost satisfied. "Stay out of it, Dale. I'll handle this." He hangs up, suspicion hardening in his chest. Across town, Rebecca parks her sleek black SUV at the abandoned pump station, headlights cutting through thick dust. The place is a graveyard of rusted metal and broken dreams, silent except for the low whine of wind through cracked pipes. She steps out, hand resting on the small pistol tucked in her waistband. Footsteps crunch behind her. She spins, gun half raised. It's a man she's never seen before, tall, lean, face half hidden by a baseball cap. "You're late," he says, voice low and calm. "I don't like waiting." Rebecca keeps the gun steady. "You said you had proof. Show me or I walk." He pulls out a flash drive, holds it up like bait. "Seismic data. The Montrose lease is sitting on the biggest untapped pocket in 10 years. Your boss wants it quiet. Tommy Norris wants it gone, but I want paid." Rebecca's mind races. Tommy never mentioned seismic surveys on that land. If this is real, someone's been lying to her face. She reaches for the drive, but the man steps back. "Not so fast. First, you tell me why Tommy's rig just went up in flames tonight." Rebecca's stomach drops. "That wasn't me." The stranger smiles thinly. "Then who?" Before she can answer, headlights sweep across the lot. 2 trucks barrel in, tires screaming. Rebecca dives behind a rusted tank as bullets ping off metal. The stranger curses and runs, disappearing into the scrub. Rebecca fires twice into the dark, buying time, then sprints for her SUV. Engines rev behind her. She floors it, gravel spraying, heart hammering against her ribs. Back at the rig site, the fire is finally dying under blankets of foam, but the damage is done. Tommy surveys the wreckage, twisted steel, charred equipment, one worker with burns being loaded into an ambulance. Sheriff's deputies arrive, lights flashing. The lead deputy, a hard-eyed woman named Rakes, walks straight to Tommy. "Mr. Norris, we need to talk. We found a body in the trailer. Male, mid-40s, gunshot to the chest. ID says Cooper McKay." Tommy feels the ground tilt. "That's impossible. I just talked to him yesterday." Reyes doesn't blink. "Then explain why his blood is all over your office trailer and why witnesses say they saw you arguing with him this morning." Tommy's mouth goes dry. He hadn't argued with Cooper. Not today. Someone's setting him up. Ainsley grabs his arm. "Dad, don't say anything. We need a lawyer." But Tommy's already moving, mind spinning through enemies. The Montroses, the new investors from Houston. Or, his blood runs cold, Dale, who's been pushing to sell the family shares for months. In a quiet corner of a Midland hotel, an older man in an expensive suit watches the live drone feed of the burning rig on his laptop. He dials a number. "It's done. Norris is cornered. The board will vote to oust him by Friday." The voice on the other end is smooth, amused. "Good. Make sure the girl stays close. She's the leverage we need." The man closes the laptop, lights a cigar, and exhales slowly. Out in the dark, Rebecca races down a back road, flash drive clutched in her fist. She doesn't know who to trust anymore. But one thing is clear. The war for West Texas oil just turned deadly, and the next move could bury them all. Tommy stands amid the dying embers, deputies circling, Ainsley at his side, and feels the noose tightening. Somewhere out there, the real killer is smiling, waiting for him to break. Dawn breaks cold and gray over the smoldering rig site, smoke still curling like ghosts from blackened steel. Tommy hasn't slept. He stands in the sheriff's station parking lot, Ainsley beside him wrapped in his jacket, both of them watching deputies load evidence bags into vans. Reyes steps out, clipboard in hand, face unreadable. "We're taking you in for questioning, Mr. Norris. Ballistics on the slug and Cooper matches a .45 registered to you." Tommy's laugh is bitter, short. "That gun hasn't left my truck, safe in months. Someone planted it." Reyes shrugs. "Tell it to the judge. You're coming with us." Ainsley steps forward, voice steady despite the tremble in her hands. "He's not going anywhere without a lawyer. You want to talk? You talk to me first." Reyes eyes her, then nods once. "Fine," but he doesn't leave town. They drive away, leaving Tommy and Ainsley in the dust. Tommy pulls out his phone. Dead. He borrows Ainsley's, dials Rebecca. It rings twice before she answers, breathing hard. "Tommy, where are you? I've got something you need to see." He glances around, lowers his voice. "Not over the phone. Old pump station, 30 minutes. Bring backup if you've got it." He hangs up, turns to Ainsley. "We're not waiting for them to pin this on me. We find out who really killed Cooper." Ainsley nods, fear mixing with something fiercer. "Then let's move." They climb into Tommy's truck, engine roaring to life, and peel out toward the highway. At the pump station, Rebecca waits in the shadows of a collapsed shed, flash drive burning a hole in her pocket. She hears tires on gravel and tenses, then relaxes slightly when she sees Tommy's truck. He steps out alone, Ainsley staying low in the passenger seat. "You're late," Rebecca says, echoing the stranger from last night. Tommy doesn't smile. "Had deputies breathing down my neck." "What's on the drive?" She hands it over. "Seismic scans. There's oil under Montrose land. Billions of barrels. Someone's been running illegal surveys for months. Your name's all over the paperwork, Tommy. Forged signatures." His face darkens. "I never signed off on that." Rebecca nods. "I know, but it looks like you did, and last night someone tried to kill me for it." Tommy stares at the drive like it's poison. "Who?" "Don't know yet, but they had muscle. 2 trucks, automatic weapons. This isn't small time anymore." A distant engine growl cuts the air. Headlights appear on the access road. Tommy grabs Rebecca's arm. "Get down." They duck behind rusted tanks as a black SUV rolls in slow, windows tinted black. Doors open. 3 men step out. Dark suits, earpieces, rifles slung low. One speaks into a radio. "Target's here. Norris and the woman. No sign of the girl yet." Tommy's blood turns to ice. They know about Ainsley. He whispers to Rebecca, "Cover me." She nods, pulls her pistol. Tommy slips around the side, moving quiet through the weeds. He circles behind the SUV, spots the driver still inside. One quick yank on the door, gun pressed to the man's temple. "Drop it, now." The driver freezes. Tommy drags him out, slams him against the hood. "Who sent you?" The man smirks. "You're already dead, Norris. Just don't know it yet." Tommy cocks the hammer. "Try me." Rebecca emerges, gun trained on the other 2. "Hands up. All of you." The standoff stretches tight. Then one of the men laughs low. "You think this ends here? The board's already moving. Your brother signed the papers this morning. You're out, Tommy. And Cooper? He knew too much. Loose ends get cut." Tommy's grip tightens. "Dale?" The man shrugs. "Families are the easiest to turn." Rage floods Tommy's face. He shoves the driver down, turns to Rebecca. "We need to get to Dale's place, now." They back away, keeping guns up, then sprint for the truck. Ainsley's already in the driver's seat, engine running. "Get in!" Tires spin, kicking up dust as they race off. Behind them, the men don't chase. They just watch, one pulling out a phone. "They're heading to the brother. Let the boss know." In a sleek Houston penthouse, the executive from before leans back in his chair, watching another feed, this one from a camera hidden in Dale's office. Dale sits at his desk, signing documents with a shaking hand. The executive smiles. "Good boy. Now make the call." Dale picks up his phone, dials Tommy. It rings. Tommy answers on speaker as they speed down the highway. "Dale, you son of a bitch! What did you do?" Dale's voice cracks. "Tommy, I didn't have a choice. They've got everything on me. Debts, the accident cover-up from 18. They said if I didn't sign, they'd go after Ainsley next. Tommy's knuckles whiten on the wheel. Where are you? Home, but Tommy, they're already here. A muffled thud, then silence. The line goes dead. Ainsley gasps. Tommy floors the gas. Hold on! The truck rockets forward, chasing the truth through the rising dust, while behind every deal, every handshake, the real power players tighten the noose. One signature, one bullet, one betrayal at a time. The truck barrels down the empty highway toward Dale's ranch house, headlights slicing through the dark like knives. Tommy's hands grip the wheel so tight the leather creaks. Ainsley sits shotgun, silent, staring straight ahead, while Rebecca rides in the back, reloading her pistol with steady clicks. No one speaks. The only sound is the engine's growl and the occasional ping of gravel against the undercarriage. Tommy's mind races, Dale's last words looping like a bad recording. They're already here. He pictures his brother, the one who always wanted the easy way out, now caught in the same web Tommy's been fighting for years. The ranch lights appear on the horizon, a single warm glow against the black. Tommy kills the headlights half a mile out, coasts in silent, parks behind a line of cottonwoods. They slip out, guns drawn, moving low through the scrub. The front door hangs open, porch light flickering like it's on its last breath. Tommy signals. Rebecca left, Ainsley right, him straight in. He steps onto the porch, boots soft on weathered wood, and peers inside. The living room is trashed, overturned chairs, shattered lamp, papers everywhere. Dale's slumped in his recliner, head lolled back, a dark hole in his forehead, eyes wide open in surprise. Blood pools on the floorboards. Tommy's breath catches. Dale! He kneels, checks for a pulse. Nothing. Cold already. Ainsley appears in the doorway, sees her uncle, covers her mouth. Rebecca sweeps the room, gun up. They're gone, but they left this. She picks up a single sheet from the desk, a transfer of ownership, Tommy's forged signature at the bottom, Dale's shaky one beside it, stamped and dated today. Tommy stands slowly, rage boiling over into something colder, sharper. They didn't just kill him, they made him sign before they pulled the trigger. Rebecca pockets the paper. This ties everything to you. Seismic fraud, Cooper's murder, now Dale. They want you looking guilty so the board can sweep in clean. Ainsley's voice shakes but holds. Then we don't let them. We take this to the feds, the press, anyone who will listen. Tommy shakes his head. Feds are bought. Press will spin it. We end this ourselves. He turns to the desk, yanks open a drawer, pulls out Dale's old hunting rifle and a box of shells. There's one place left they're vulnerable, the executive suite in Houston. That's where the strings are pulled. Rebecca hesitates. That's suicide. Armed security, cameras, private elevators. We walk in, we don't walk out. Tommy meets her eyes. We don't walk in, we make them come to us. He dials a number from memory, his contact at the State Land Commission. A guy who owes him big from a deal years back. It rings. A sleepy voice answers. Norris, it's 3 in the damn morning. Wake up, I need you to call an emergency board meeting. Leak it that I'm turning myself in with new evidence that clears me and buries the Montrose deal. Make sure every major investor hears it by sunrise. The man laughs nervously. You're crazy, they'll do it, or I tell everyone about that kickback you took in 2021. Silence, then, fine. But if this blows back, Tommy hangs up. He looks at Ainsley and Rebecca. We head to Houston. We crash that meeting. We bring the flash drive, the transfer, Dale's body on video if we have to. We make them face us in the light. Ainsley nods, tears drying into resolve. I'm coming. Rebecca exhales. So am I, but if we do this, there's no going back. Tommy holsters his gun. There never was. They step outside into the pre-dawn chill. Far off, sirens wail. Someone's already called it in. Tommy glances back at the house one last time, at his brother's lifeless form framed in the doorway. Rest easy, Dale. I'll finish it. They pile into the truck, Engine roars, tires spin, the highway stretches east toward Houston, toward the glass towers where the real power hides. Behind them, the ranch fades into darkness, but ahead, the city lights burn bright and merciless. Tommy knows the board will be waiting. Armed guards, lawyers, executives who've already counted their winnings. He knows the odds are bad, but he also knows something they don't. When you take everything from a man who's got nothing left to lose, you give him the only weapon that matters: revenge. The truck speeds into the rising sun, carrying 3 people ready to burn it all down. The final showdown is coming, and when the dust settles, only one side will walk away with the oil, the land, and their lives. Fade out on the highway, the horizon glowing red, the engines roar, drowning out every doubt. Season 2 ends not with answers, but with the promise of fire.